I feel like a student again in the last 2 days. I can't believe the speakers, the quality of the speakers, the amount of ideas being thrown out, and actually just how up to date it is. And I mean, it's just been, I mean, it has been more like a university rather than, I haven't even thought of it as a conference, really.
The level of speakers that are here. I mean, you've brought in just really some amazing, famous, world-known speakers. And
usually there'll be 1 or 2 topics that will really connect with you, and out of maybe 10 when you go to a 2-day conference. These topics at Brandworks are always bang on for me.
We feel like it puts us a couple years into the future in terms of where things are going. Rather than talking all about the here and now, it's about how can we get ahead of the trends in the marketplace and ultimately our competitors and stay in touch with the consumer.
I was surprised at the number of people that were here because it's my first year. When I walked in the big hall this morning, it's like, oh my gosh. And I was surprised there are no computers, there are no cell phones, and nobody's leaving. And it's the speakers, it's like the next one is better than the previous one. It's engaging and it's fun.
But the end-of-round setting did play into the engagement in the sense that you were never far away from people, even in the back row.
And it allows you to kind of look into their eyes and kind of understand what they understand and don't understand, and have a better kind of rapport. Because the reality is that when you just talk without feedback from the audience, it's very hard to know what pace you're going and what questions you have, and kind of being able to look in people's eyes and seeing where they are.
What Brandworks seems to offer, in my opinion, is a lot of variety around the basic theme that has been selected. And I really enjoyed discussing with the reaction to the presentations by the other participants, which I think was kind of unique.
Some of the things I've been listening to, I would normally, if I ever wanted to get access to, probably have to be at some huge conference with loads of people, hearing someone in the far distance. But here, they're here, you can talk to them. I mean, it's great. I mean, I've talked to people that normally I wouldn't ever get a chance to talk to, even if I was at a conference.
The level of accessibility is really nice. It's an intimate venue, and what I like about that is it's easier to connect with my peers when I'm there. By the time I'm done with this conference, I've usually made 3 to 5 connections that I'll follow up with after the conference. Outside of my normal circle too, which is great.
Arc of speakers and the arc of the presentation material has been very carefully thought about. It is quite obvious.
I love the help and preparation that brings us to Brandworks as a speaker. I like to be prepared, and Marcia makes it easy.
It's probably been about 18 months to 2 years since I've been to my last conference. This is the one that I can really count on learning something, taking something away that I could use in the workplace. I could look my boss in the eye and say that, you know what, I got something out of this, and I'm confident, every time that I come here that I'm going to take something away that I can use.
I have to say at least 1/3 of what I put in my brand strategic plan was inspired or clarified based on my Brandworks experience last year. The impact has really been very meaningful for us.
I have a notebook. I draw a line down the center. On the left, I'm taking my notes. On the right, I'm literally listing things I'm going to do when I get back to work.
I would highly recommend Brandworks for anyone who's really trying to understand what you should be doing now and what you should be doing to prepare for the future.